Hey guys, SalvoScape here. Today we're going to go over 5 secret tips for Path of Exile 2. These are lesser known tips that the game does not come right out and show you, and I think they can really help smoothen out your gameplay. If you have any other secret or lesser known tips that you think people might not know, please drop them down in the comments and I will pin the best ones so we could get that knowledge spread around to everybody. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks. Alright guys, the first one I wanted to show you is item pinning. What this is instead of comparing your items like this, you can hold shift and compare it to what you have equipped, or you could sit here and go between them. Instead, what we're going to do is hold alt, go up to the top corner of the item interface and click this pin here. Now you have a interface that you can drag and drop anywhere on the screen. And you could do multiple of these, so like for in this example, we're going to compare multiple items. But another nice thing, if you're like me and you have a second monitor that you like to keep the trade site open in, you can pin these to your screen and be able to actively look back and forth and easier compare what you're looking at the trade site compared to what you got. Alright guys, so the next one I wanted to show you is Strongbox Crafting. I'm sure most of you probably know about this one by now, but I still see a lot of forum posts with people surprised when they learn about it, so I figured we'd go ahead and cover it now. So say you find a strongbox like this, first of all you can identify them. And then you can craft on them just like any item. So look, you could add this, throw a regal on it, slap some exalts, even corrupt it. And you could seriously, obviously strong boxes aren't that good of a spot right now, but you could definitely juice them up a little bit through this method. So this next tip you probably won't use quite as often, but I thought it was super cool, wanted to throw it in. So for the example, I threw in this level 11 Arctic armor up here. Say you're rolling around and you just found a higher level spirit gem, you want to upgrade this. Your instinct is going to be to go to engrave and then upgrade it, which would turn that level 11 into a 15. Alternatively, you can unequip the gem and then just create a level 15 Arctic armor. Then you get 2 for 1 essentially. You don't lose the old one. You can go ahead and throw that in your stash to sell. And you still got the new one to equip and use on your character. This next one I assume will probably be the most common knowledge, but I wanted to throw it in nonetheless because if you don't know it, it's crazy useful. Say you're working through your map and atlas progression and you need maps of a higher tier. For example, say in this you would need a tier 11. All we have is a bunch of junk T10s. We can throw these into the reforging bench, reforge them. It'll combine 3 into 1, and that one you get back will be a higher tier map. And you can take all your junk maps and do this all the way up. Throw all your 1s in, get to 2s, 2s to 3s, etc, etc. Super useful for filtering out all those junk maps that aren't worth anything to sell and they're not worth anything to run. This last tip is super nice for either carrying or being carried through the campaign. So for example, say you're in Ogum Farmlands, and you don't want to search through the entire zone to find the exit that lets you out into Ogum Village. Your buddy that has the campaign completion, if they're here and you don't have the completion to this point yet, you won't be able to teleport to them. But what they can do is go to Ogum Village, walk back through the exit into Ogum Farmlands, and then when you teleport to them, you'll be right at the entrance to the village, essentially letting you skip fighting through the entire zone. And this works for the majority of connected zones in the game. Thank you guys so much for watching, and once again, if you thought of any lesser known tips, please throw them down in the comments. I'll read through and I'll pin the best ones, that way we can get some extra ones going for people. Thanks again for watching. If you learned something, please like, subscribe, share it to a buddy that might learn something from this video, and I hope you guys have a fun time blasting out there. Peace.